Spiritual Collective. Let's get started. Universe. Spirit guides, guardians, angels, demons, spirits from above, below, in between. What messages do we need to hear now? Guide us in the coming days. What messages are important for our soul's growth at this time? Okay. All right. Okay, so we have alchemy and the 10 of chalices. These are direct. These are with you. You're currently working these energies, alchemizing. You're doing a really good job of that. Taking energies and just events in your life and alchemizing them, making something beautiful, changing them. You're also adapting. You're making something. You're creating. This may also be a creative time right now for you. You may be doing a lot of creative endeavors at this time. 10 of chalices with this card. These are together. So yeah, it's providing a lot of joy and happiness for you. Okay. So I'm also, yeah, highly creative time, highly creative vibes, allowing for this really wonderful, beautiful feeling of emotions. Also, you've been alchemizing emotions and turning them into something you can work with that that translates and brings you to this 10 of chalices, okay? Okay. Okay, you have this 7 of orbs here. This was face down. So what I'm getting from this at this time is that somewhere in the background there's like you're being strategic. You're gathering a lot of information, a lot of ideas. Some of these could be weighing you down a little bit in your pursuits. You have onlookers watching, of course, but I feel like sometimes you may be that you're taking on too much of them, and other people may have certain feelings about this, but you're just, they could easily get in a balloon and hop up and get these orbs as well. I feel like there's some sort of like you're just doing what you naturally do, but I also feel at some point, usually don't get it with this one, but this reading I'm getting that some of this is hindering your flight a little bit, taking on too many ideas, too many thoughts, too many ideas, too many there's something there. Maybe you're thinking too much, or you're pondering too much, and it's kind of keeping you, you're still floating, but it's kind of keeping you from going to the heights that you want to go. There's something about that weighing you down. The Ace of Crystals came in upside down. Now, I don't feel like there's any bad loss here. I feel like this may just be opportunities that you may not be seeing. Again, with this weighing down, something about the mind being weighed down and maybe not seeing all of the opportunities. I still feel like this is present. There is some movement to it, though. I feel like there's something there. There's something about maybe you don't feel like this Ace of Crystals is manifesting, or the possibilities aren't that they aren't isn't manifesting in the way that we would want. But I feel like it's something about a blockage, really, and not seeing them, right? That they're there, but you might not be seeing it. Something like that. We'll see. We'll get more clarity on this. Okay. It feels good. There's some really good creative energies here. You really need to monitor your thoughts. Okay. Good old trusty here. This deck likes to talk, but, okay. It fell on the Ace of Crystals and the Seven of Orbs, mostly on the Ace of Crystals, so we'll see what it is. Oh, it's the moon. It's the moon. It was reversed. Okay, so like, okay, there's something hidden here. Again, it is the illusion of this possibilities, these possibilities not being there for you, these opportunities. It's the illusion. Again, thinking too many thoughts, gathering too many thoughts. You're gathering a lot of, and it might be other people's baggage too that you might be, other people's worries too that you might be taking on. And that you're not realizing it, but it's keeping you down. It's keeping you from seeing an opportunity. This moon, this illusion. It's an illusion that you don't have this opportunity. You have you have a lot of opportunity in the physical. But there is something that's shadowing over that you feel like it's not. Again, it's an illusion. You need to rest your thought. You need to, again, meditation, always. Maybe do some gratitude journaling or something to really let you know what you do have, because maybe you're not using everything that you have. Maybe you're not seeing everything that you have, and that's hindering. You're going for other things. You're going for new things when you should be focused on what you have currently. Could be something there. A reminder, so don't forget. Yeah. You're forgetting what you have. Don't forget what you have. Don't forget the important things that you need to be doing when you're going for other things, when you're going for new idea that's weighing you down. You're collecting all of them, but some of them are just weighing you down. Some of them are good, some of them are worthy, but there's something about some of these thoughts, beliefs. Thoughts and beliefs. I'm getting beliefs of others, of feelings of others, of ideas that people have. You're collecting them, thinking they're beneficial for you. Something about you're taking them on. You're taking them on, and it's like you don't need to take them on. People are projecting things onto you. Don't take them on. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. People are projecting a lot of stuff on you, and you kind of take it on, and you kind of make it your own. And it's not your deal. It's not your deal. Don't forget where you stand. You need to be focused on yourself, what you do have. Don't forget the things that you have. You have a lot of things. You have a lot of things that you need to be engaged in right now, and you need to be prioritizing yourself. Yes, the High Priestess comes out of Earth, so you are good. You are good, and you are really abundance. But you need to nourish your growth a little more. You may be focusing on stuff that, again, is not. Maybe you're going online too much. Maybe you're looking at things that aren't as beneficial. You're taking on other people's projections of you. You're taking on people's ideas of what you're doing. Don't be telling everybody what you're doing. They don't need to all know what you're doing, because some of their ideas are being, even if it's just subconsciously, you're taking them on, okay? And you don't need to be doing that. Okay, you need to focus on yourself. Don't forget yourself. Don't forget what you have. Don't forget what you're working towards. And then you'll really start to see these opportunities pop up. Self-worth, okay. These two fell face down. Self-worth and hope, but they're here. They're here and you need to engage in them. Hope and self-worth. You need to really, yeah, focus on yourself. And that's where you're going to find this newfound sense and passion for life. Because you're not taking on things that you don't need to take on. You got a lot of things that you want to do. And you need to stop focusing on things that really aren't helping you. That aren't helping you reach your goals. Because the more you take on, the further away it's going to seem that your goals are further away. Yeah, your manifestations may seem further out. Love. Love is important. Self-love. Yeah, I'm getting self-love very much here. This is very much a self-love here. A love of what you have. A love of spirit. Yeah. Embracing yourself, your self-worth. Yeah, that's where you're gonna, you focus on yourself, you focus on your self-worth, you focus on what you have, what you want to accomplish. That's gonna help you. Don't be taking on other people's stuff. Don't be taking on doom scrolling, internet. I know it happens. Sometimes you see some stuff, but don't do it. The world can be an ugly place. And don't let that interfere with the things that you need to get done. You're doing a lot. There's a lot of creativity happening, regardless. There's still a lot of creativity and a lot of happiness here. But you do need to watch for this other stuff. Because the alchemy and the Ten of Chalices were really nearby. Where, you know, the other card, the Ace of Crystals and the Seven of Wands was a little bit farther. It's still there. But you need to kind of like, because I feel like it's creeping in. It's not something that's like, it's creeping in and you want to catch it fast, okay? Again, it's an illusion that you don't have these possibilities coming and these opportunities coming. This opportunity for wealth. You have great wealth already. You just need to acknowledge that it's there. You're growing. You're doing well. There's just things you need to focus on. You need to collect the orbs that benefit you. And not just anything, because it's there, okay? It's you just may be easily picking up on other people's stuff. Don't do that. Fragment, yeah, it fragments you. Yeah, it kind of makes you less powerful in the way that you don't really show up in a more physical, active way, and you just sort of kind of float around. In the headspace too much. I'm not saying you don't get a lot done, because you can. I mean, you got the alchemy card. It obviously doing well. It's a very creative time, but there is still more you could be doing. And this is just a reminder. Don't forget that you're important. Your goals are important, and that if you keep putting them off, or if you engage in other things to distract you, maybe. It's going to be harder for you to reach that in the way that you would want to reach it, okay? Boundaries. It's good to have boundaries. Make sure that they're not too rigid. Make sure that, I feel like for some of you, maybe a lot of you have a pretty impenetrable wall here, and that's good, but don't make it so that you can't see blessings, that you don't let blessings come in. It's important for you have these boundaries, though. So you'll know if you need to strengthen your boundary, because that could be coming up, or if you need to, make it a little bit less impenetrable, like, you can see over it, or that you can see a hole to peek through. I don't know, there's something there so that you can let things in of a beneficial nature. I'm pretty sure it feels like, you've had something or things happen that you don't trust people, which makes sense. So I can totally understand. There's something there. Okay. Okay. One more card. But you're doing well. You are putting in the time. You just need to do a little bit more. Lust. What? You know what? I'm getting, for this reading though, I'm feeling like lust is your passion for life. There's love and lust coming out here. But again, this love is connected to yourself and your self-worth. So maybe you're having a relationship. Maybe you need to watch. Just be careful in new relationships. Always make sure you have good boundaries. Maybe that lust came after boundaries. So maybe there's something there that you need to protect and not let. Or that you have too many boundaries, or too rigid of boundary, and you don't let love in. You'll know your deal, but always be cautious. I always say, always be cautious, always protect yourself when it comes to other people. But I also see a passion for life here. I see, yeah, you need to reignite that passion that you have and for what you want to go for. So I see it in a couple of ways this card is manifesting for you. Okay, and then we have confidence. Confidence. Yeah, work on your confidence. And you'll do this by really focusing on yourself, your self-worth, what you want in life. And then High Priestess of Spirit came out. So yeah, it's a real time to focus on your spirituality. Spirituality, what you want to manifest, your goals, your aspirations. It's really important to focus on at this time, okay? Yeah. One second. Yeah. It's important that you, okay. You know, you have a lot that you need to get done. You're good, but there's a lot that you take on in your headspace that makes it hard for you sometimes. Visions of life beyond death. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Highly spiritual time. You have the High Priestess of Earth and High Priestess of Spirit. Visions of life beyond death. So you have a lot of spirit guides here that are helping you. You have a very strong connection to the other side. Expect dream work to be very vivid. I would work with, strong meditation. Possibly work with these spirit animal allies here with the owl, the raven, the peacock, and any spirit gods, goddesses, anything connected to those. The other side, yes, very. Work with, do some path working or some vivid meditations. Really experience with liminality, with consciousness, with waking dream state type visions here. Really open up that third eye. Third eye is really amplified here. Shock of the new. Bring something new into your practice, or something new when you start really appreciating everything that you have and you really start working with everything that you have. You may also revitalize your practice and revitalize who you are, revitalize your spirit. Again, that lust for spirit and life, but also will give you new creative ideas. You get like speaking, the throat chakra, the third eye, of course, imagination. There's definitely something loud and shocking about you. There's something that you do. Your voice is very powerful. It carries weight. And your eyes in general. People may be intimidated by you, but your very strong personality. Okay. This may shock people. She feels, she knows. Okay, there's a lot of pain that you've left behind. I'm not saying that you've totally left it behind. You may still be working through that. obviously, and there's some things that, you know, even in your recent past that you need to deal with. But a lot of these things need to be acknowledged and they need to be healed. Again, the peacock feather, we have a peacock here in this card. So there's something about the peacock. Okay. It's definitely, yeah. There's just radiance and beauty as well. The way that the tail fans out, the way your consciousness expands. Definitely work with some spirits connected to peacocks. Getting that. There are significant spirits that work with peacocks, okay? So that's important. I keep hearing like you have a lot, you have so much. You need to engage, you need to embrace, you need to stop being stuck, you need to stop confining yourself to certain things, to certain thoughts, to certain things, certain areas that get you in a certain mindset. And you're getting a lot better. You've gotten a lot better with catching your mindset and changing your mindset. You're good, but you could do a little bit more. Okay? This thing still gets you. I mean, we're you know what? It's okay. We're all growing. We're all not perfect here. But yeah, just amp it up a little bit. It's okay. Inner trust. Yeah, you really need to develop your inner trust. I feel like the more trust you have for yourself, the easier it is for you to kind of loosen up a bit. Not to say that you don't have strong boundaries. I'm a firm believer in strong boundaries. Very much so. You'll never hear me say otherwise. However, the rigidity of your boundary could be softened a little. But you gotta have that inner trust to know when you need to build it back up again, depending on the situation, because sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to know when to be like, okay, I'm not gonna, you look at the warning sign, you know. You don't let people take advantage of you, but you don't want to be so closed off that you don't expand out to anything. Again, getting the peacock tail expanding out. Something about expansion, okay? What you want wants you. Yeah, it's very important that you reach for what you want. Spiritually, it's important that you do this. Even if you don't see anything major that you would feel like you'd want to see in the physical realm manifest, there's something about doing this for your soul that's medicine and that helps with your soul's evolution, okay? And it will become apparent when you transfer over, when you transition. But you need to, yeah, there's this connection, it's a very strong connection. You get a lot of great ideas. You get a lot of creative ideas. Yeah, you're very creative. New birth, guarded vigilantly. Yeah, exactly. But guard your creations vigilantly. Don't be telling everyone, oh yeah, I'm working on this. I'm doing this. Would you like to see it in its infancy? You know, so you can say something rude and like, or say something like, or make a look and then make you feel like, you know, don't do it. Because some people are just all about that. Oh, do you think that'll take off? You know, blah, 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 whatever they say. It doesn't matter. You're doing it for you. Oh, do you really want to spend all that time on that pursuit? Do you think that's going to get you? You know, these people have nothing better to do than to put someone else down sometimes. And this could even be a friend. Like friends do this to friends, supposed friends, family. Ugh, family's the worst, okay? So don't do it. Don't put yourself through that. Just know that it's yours. And when the time comes, you'll know if it's share worthy or not. And if it's at a stage, like you think it's a stage that's, you know, important to get out there and, you know, whatever. But you don't show it when it's, when it's, you know, in its infancy. Okay, don't do it. Free from judgment. Free to love. Yeah, you don't need all that judgment in your life. I'm definitely feeling like you pick up a lot of people's judgments and you don't even realize it. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, you're picking up other people's, like, they're projecting and you're picking this up. And you're thinking like, oh yeah, I need this. But you don't need this. Some of the orbs, yeah, are useful. Some of them are not. Some of them are weighing you down. And if you keep picking up the orbs, it's harder for you to move on. Now, I know this may not be 100% what would be a traditional read of the card, but I'm definitely getting that. Don't take on their mess. That's what I'm getting. Don't take on their thoughts. Don't take on the negative stuff of the world either, especially right now. Okay, you need to be free from all this so that you can love yourself, love what you're doing, love your life, have a passion for your life again, and create. Okay? It's all about love for yourself, love for your life, love for your spirituality, and just continuing to grow. And then that's when you'll really start to see more of this show up, right? You got to move out of your comfort zone a little bit too. And there may be something about keeping yourself grasping and engaging in things that kind of keep yourself a little bit lower because it's within your comfort zone. There's some of that there too. Okay. The word wants to be written. You could be an author, singer, poet, an artist. But I feel like at any rate, what you're creating wants to be created, needs to be created, and it wants to exist. So remember how there was, okay. Here we go. What you want wants you. And the word wants to be written. Okay, these are things that want to manifest. That's why you're getting these ideas. That's why you're having this ideas and these things. And you'll get more once you start really engaging in your life. Once you really start being a part of your life. I'm not saying you're not a part of your life now, but I feel like you really need to embrace what you want to do. Do more of what you want to do and stop scrolling and listening to people complain and bring you down and taking on other people's stuff that they're just projecting onto you or that they want you to handle, and you don't have the time for that. It's okay to just make time for yourself. You're probably busy. You probably, you have a job, you have a family, whatever it is. You have multiple stuff you have to do. You need time for yourself. You don't need to take on like, oh, well, so-and-so works telling me that, okay? Seeing the true you and listening for truth. Yeah, really going deep, knowing yourself and listening. Again, meditation, contemplation, journaling, anything that really gets you to really invest in yourself, your inner self to really connect to that inner knowing. And that's going to expand you out and really open you up and transform you and really allow you to reach other states of consciousness where you really are engaging spiritually with other beings, with other energies, whatever it is, or just getting messages from your subconscious. Whatever it is, like, the connection is within you, and you need to go deep, and you need to, like, engage yourself, seeing who you are, your faults and all, knowing what you do that self-sabotages you or keeps you stuck, and then listening for guidance, okay? And how this guidance comes to you can come in a myriad of ways, but it'll probably come in a knowing way, an idea. That's one of like the easiest ways. It'll come in other ways too that you need to pay attention to. Dream work, dreams, meditation. You may even, depending on which clairs you have, you'll get it through there. So that's all very important. But you are going to open up more spiritually. Engage your life. I'm feeling like engage your life. The passions that you've been putting on hold for other things. No, put yourself first. Put your passions first. Put your spirituality first. I feel like spirituality is a big passion for you. You're probably a spiritual person if you're here. If you resonate with past videos, you're probably into spirituality to the nth degree. Like, you're really in there, and you need to like embrace that. That is you. That's why you're here. It's one of the reasons why you're here. And something about creativity. You're here to create, and you're here to be spiritual. You're here to evolve and create, among other things. But that's very important, evolving and creating. Yes. Yeah, this is so beautiful. Okay, I'm feeling Oracle of Unicorns because I'm feeling like this deep spiritual, and then I'm getting like, you know, this inspiration, these ideas, right? Okay. Reach for the stars. No. Expand yourself. Yeah, you're supposed to be expanding your mind and opening up. Celebration. Celebration. Okay, there could be a celebration coming up, but more importantly, you're supposed to celebrate your life. Find things to celebrate about. Do things that are celebratory. Dance, sing, dress up, do something. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. Exactly. All the achievements that you have, that you're in the making of, things that you've done in the past. Don't just put them aside and never like really look at them again. It's almost like resting on your laurels, but like ignoring your laurels. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, you need to realize that you've achieved a lot. And even if you didn't see the booming success that you thought, you know, I feel like you're continuing to work on things. So give it time. Give it time and celebrate all the successes that you've done, that you've achieved, because you have a lot of other stuff going on too. You have work, you have family, you have all these responsibilities. And the fact that you're still creating and adding, like some people don't even do that, okay? So, you know, you're accomplishing a lot, okay? Sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend time alone. Meditate or go on a retreat. When I was talking about meditating, oh, so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Again, very important to meditate and to really connect. To be alone. That's when you're going to do your reflecting. That's when you're going to do your like connecting, reflecting, taking that deep inner look, reaching out. All this stuff, it needs to be done when you're alone and in sanctuary. Okay? That's when that happens. You're not going to be able to do all that when you're at the club with your friends, and, you know, I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that in a reflection, I mean, you might have a moment where you're thinking and, you know, but it's not going to happen like when it's going to happen when you're alone, okay? You need that time. In a world that tries to take all your time and energy away from you, your jobs, people around you, like, yeah, life is like, it's full of things that just pull you away from yourself. Possibility, okay, possibility, here we go. Fly with those big, beautiful spread wings. Raise your standards. Raise your standards on what you're spending your time collecting in this balloon of yours. You need to raise those standards. Elevate your expectations. Elevate your expectations, and you have unlimited potential. Yes, you do. You have a lot of potential. But the more time that you spend doing the things that you love and not being distracted and taking time away from that, the more you're going to reach this unlimited potential. The reason why you're not seeing it is because you're distracting yourself. And it's not always like stuff that you choose to do. Sometimes things distract you, but you just have to get on. And another thing, when I saw this, I went straight to when it said raise your standards, and then I saw this card with rigid, and then I remember this card that you also need strong boundaries from other people's projections. So you do need to build stronger boundaries to keep people from like just throwing their mess at you, and you're collecting it up, and you need to just be more firm in that. So this is this card goes both ways. You do need to be rigid on some things, but you need to raise your standards on what you let in to your field and what you let into your mind and your headspace. That's very important. Okay? Oh, yeah. You have a lot of possibility because you are so, like, creative. You're a master alchemist. I mean, you're just always alchemizing. I mean, we get this card a lot. But also, too, it leads to happiness. Your alchemy, your creativity leads to happiness. You know? Oh, flow. Oh, such a beautiful deck. Flow. Find the easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. Flow. Look at that. Yeah, release your expectations. Just get in the flow. Yeah. Surrendering the outcome to, again, with this, like, oh, it's not manifesting the way that I want it to manifest. You know, I'm not seeing it right away. That happens a lot. Oh, I'm putting all this time, but I'm not seeing what I think how it should be. Just do it, because you need to do it for your soul. And I think when you approach it from that perspective, it makes you feel good. It brings value to your life in some way. Then things will move faster and better. It'll be easier for you, and things will just flow easier in your life. And that may open up a lot of blocks, okay? Leadership. Step into your leadership. Share your message. Inspire and empower others. Okay, so you're called to, step into leadership. Empowering others, sharing your message. Maybe you want to have an online presence. You could also do videos. You could do blogs. Whatever you do. Whatever way that you do this for other people. You may also be an inspirational speaker, or you have that possibility. Like, you don't see it yet, but it's there. Like, this could be something you do. You also could have leadership qualities now that you're engaged in, but you don't see it because it feels like you're not in a leadership position, but you have leadership qualities that you enact on a daily basis, okay, that you're just not seeing. But you will inspire others through your creativity. All the stuff that you're doing, I feel like definitely sharing that with the world. That's why it's important, okay? So give it time, okay? Things need time. Magic. Make a wish, believe in miracles, and magic surrounds you. Yeah, with that focus. Magic does surround you. Again, when I said it was going to open up blocks, when you started like flowing and believing in yourself, believing in miracles, like, it's going to unlock things that seem like miracles. Because the world is so vast and so varied, and there's so much going on, that there's so many ways things can manifest, but you don't really realize it. But yeah, and it's going to be beautiful, okay? That's what I'm getting. It's going to be wondrous. It's going to be beautiful. You have a lot of potential. You just need to focus on what's important, truly important to you, and what's truly important on your life path. The goals that you have for yourself, the things that really light your passion for life up. This is here to guide you, and this is what moves you forward. Don't let the negative stuff in. Don't take on too much of other people's stuff that you don't need. You have enough on your plate. You have enough things that you're doing. You need to focus on your path of creativity, of inspiration, imagination, spiritual guidance. You have a strong spiritual focus here. Focus on that, okay? Tune everything out and find your bliss.